Hey guys, welcome to the third video of this mini series where I'm showing you guys how I use GPT-4 Turbo with Voiceflow to turn unstructured data into a structured JSON format that we could use to perform a variety of tasks. In the first video, I did a live demo of the final result. In the second video, I showed you guys how I create the GPT settings. And now in this video, we're gonna go to part 2 of this series. And I'll show you guys how to actually perform the API call and how to get a response. So if you guys haven't seen the previous videos, go through those videos first. And I invite you guys to follow along. This sheet is in the description below. So just open it up, open up your project, and let's do it together. So in the previous video, we created these GPT settings. Now we're actually gonna create a component that has the API call. So as you can see here, the next action after the settings is the component, which will go directly to here. So the first step here is to create a JavaScript. You're going to copy this JavaScript, there we go, and paste it there. So what this does is if the chat on or off is on, so if it's 1, we're gonna do chat history plus this whole thing. The user data, if you remember, is the user prompt that we defined in the GPT settings block. If it's a 0, so if it's not a 1, we're just gonna do the exact same thing, but without the chat history. So chat history is actually something I'm gonna be going through in the next video. So right now we're just doing it without chat history. For JSON on or off, if it's 1, we're gonna add this to the JSON. If it's a 0, so if it's not a 1, we're just gonna leave it blank. And then your API key should go here, ChatGPT API key. So this is exactly what I have in the other block, and I don't wanna show you guys my API key, so let's skip that part. So once you have the JavaScript, you're gonna create a API block on Voiceflow. It's gonna be a post call. The URL is gonna be this. You guys can copy and paste this. The headers, you're gonna have content type, application JSON, and all that. And then you're gonna wanna copy and paste this in the parameters. So it's gonna look something like this. It's gonna be a post. You're gonna copy and paste the URL here. Content type, application JSON, authorization, and then your bearer API key. For the body, you're actually gonna do raw and copy and paste this. Just gonna be something like that. Yeah, looks fine. And then you're gonna capture these responses. So I'm not gonna go through how you do this, but basically you just copy and paste it. I have it here. You apply it to a response. So that's where we're going to capture it. In every step, in every OpenAI API call, this is where I save the response. And then I also save the tokens, the token usage, just because I want to know how many tokens I'm using. So yeah, this part is actually pretty simple. So we can already get started with this and try to get a response. So we can do this step, and I'm looking for an apartment in New York. Perfect. This is actually exactly what I was going for. As you can see, it worked well. We put in the input and it was able to extract these different variables. In the next video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to incorporate chat history so that you can give it some additional context, not just from one message, but you can get it to determine what the user wants from a series of messages.